there, Delilah? What's it like in your...
What's up, guys? SeanEDawgz here. And there it is. There's the setup. We're going to get to that in just a second. But first, I'd like to awkwardly position myself against the wall. And I got to keep remembering to look at the camera. This is a little bit weird. I'm sure you noticed the mic's a little different. I'm using an iPhone 7, so this isn't the usual setup. There might be a little background noise. It'll get better as time goes on. But I told you I'd be letting you in on a few secrets along the way. This is secret number 1. Whew, whew, she's back, baby. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. But you can't be in a room without Taylor Swift. She's the life of the party. Note to self, if you're recording a video on your iPhone, you can't flip the phone around. But here's the setup. I'm gonna go through all the individual details because there's a lot here. It looks a little simple, to be honest, you know, if you're glancing across the desk, but we come down here and we've got ourselves a fire hazard. There's just straight up thousands of wires here. You don't know what goes where. If something gets unplugged, you might as well just jump out the window. But first off, the guitar. Whew, that's part of the setup. I would tell you what guitar that is, but I have no idea. I got one for Christmas one year. I've played it quite a bit. I'm actually pretty good. You might see that at the end of the video, all right? Don't forget about that. And oh man, the most important part of the setup, you'd think, you know, the Xbox, the PS4, the Xbox Elite controller. No. The most important thing is right here. These bad boys. This nice little cushion, man, the memory foam. If you're gonna be sitting in a chair all day, first off, you gotta be rocking the DX Racer. This thing is an absolute beast. I'll try to position myself in front of this. I don't know if I'm gonna be centered, but it's beautiful, man. You can lower it, you can raise it. It's got all the perks. It's super comfortable, but it costs probably more than you want to spend if you're just starting out on YouTube. And it's probably not a good idea to buy that thing right off the rip, considering the most important things that you're gonna need. A mic, this bad boy right here, the Blue Yeti. This is like your starting mic on YouTube. The main reason I still have this, I actually have a better mic, a Shure SM7B, but the audio interface that I have for that microphone, it's not great and there's a bit of hiss. It's kind of annoying. So I stopped using that mic. I actually went back to this one. So I'm gonna have to get a better audio interface. My setup's not complete yet, but for the most part it is. Oh, and I almost forgot. I said the most important part of the setup is these beautiful armrests. No, it's Linda, man. Right in between the monitors. She is my pride and joy. We also got this thing. You might be wondering what this is. Yeah, I got this at a concert. I usually just shove it up my ass. Let me show you guys the rest of this setup. This camera, it zooms in a little bit too much. I had to stand up. This keyboard, you're probably, if you game, you're like, what the heck is this? These are flat keys. What are you doing, Sean? First off, this wrist rest is beautiful. Again, if you're sitting in a chair for hours and hours a day, you need to be comfortable. I have this angled perfectly, this monitor, so that when I'm sitting, I'm straight in front. The keyboard is aligned perfectly. I got the wrist rest exactly where I need it, and I like the flat keys. And most people, if you're gaming on a keyboard especially, you want to have your mechanical keys. I don't do a lot of PC gaming. I play Xbox and PS4 most of the time. I tried playing Fortnite once, and I was absolute trash. I can't really aim. There's no control freaks on your keyboard and mouse. You just gotta be a pro. I also have a lefty mouse. This thing is beautiful. This may sound stupid to a lot of you guys, considering most of the world is righty, but I tried adjusting to just a normal mouse using it with my right hand, and it just feels so awkward. Even this guitar, this is a lefty guitar, so you can say what you want, but this is a Razer Death Adder. And I also want to emphasize, like, I'm not showing any of this stuff to brag. Without you guys, I wouldn't have any of this. I started out, I just had the mic, my webcam, and one monitor, and a PC. All this stuff came after, and I'm very grateful for that. The reason I have my giveaway every month is because I know that literally, again, without you guys, I'm nothing. There is no SeanEDawgz. I would have no one to upload to. So you guys are the best. I appreciate you. Taylor Swift appreciates you on both screens. You guys are the homies. This webcam, I actually have two. This was the first one that I had. I've streamed a lot on it. The Logitech C920. It is your run-of-the-mill. That is probably what 90% of streamers on Twitch have. And this is the Logitech Brio. It is the upgrade. It actually, you can go up to 4K, although it's not very stable. I will be streaming on that from now on. I have a few surprises for you guys. Oh, and I told you, I'd let you in on a few secrets. I'm going to be streaming literally every day, 7 p.m. Eastern. I will be grinding as much as I can. I know every day that's like an unrealistic goal to set, but when I can, I am going to. Some weeks, obviously, I'm not going to be able to stream 7 days a week, but I'll try for 6. I'm just going to go hard in the paint. We move on to the PC. I got my little Razer stickers over here. I got my Shure microphone sticker. There's actually a glass, you know, like you could look in through the glass on this side, but I didn't want to put my PC on that side because I sleep right there. I didn't want all that noise, so I put it over here. Fortunately, you can't really see much. I will put the specs of my PC, and I'll literally put everything that I've got in my setup. I'll put a link to that in the description. I've bought pretty much everything on Amazon. You can buy anything on Amazon. If you want a live tiger, go ahead. I'm sure you could find that on Amazon somewhere. Oh yeah, and this mouse pad, this is overkill. This is, you know, I have my keyboard right here. I need some space for my mouse, so I'm like, you know what? I got this whole part of the desk. I'm not gonna use it for anything else since my mouse is gonna be surfing here. Might as well put the world's biggest mouse pad on here. Have all the room to operate in the world. But this PC is an absolute powerhouse. I would tell you the exact specs right now, but honestly, I'm not like a huge PC guy. I don't know all the specs off the top of my head, but it's a beast. If you want to start a YouTube channel, the first thing that you're gonna have to do is invest in a nice PC. Uploading from your phone, that's not gonna cut it. You can do it from a laptop. Honestly, if I was on a budget, the only things that I would have in my setup, it is this Blue Yeti microphone, the Logitech C920 webcam, which honestly you really may not even need, or actually you might only need the C920 webcam and not the mic if you wanted to use the mic from the webcam. Well, it's not gonna be as good. So bare essentials, bare minimum, you might wanna have this Blue Yeti, your Logitech C920, one monitor, and a PC or a laptop. Everything else is basically just extra to make things easier. They're not necessities, but they do allow you to produce better content more efficiently. So moving on to some audio, I got my Turtle Beach Elite Pros. This is the same thing that your pro players at Call of Duty are gonna be using. The sound is fantastic. I prefer Turtle Beaches over Astros, so I might have a little bias there, but I've tried out both. They just have like a different sound. For me, I can't really differentiate the footsteps as well when I'm using Astros. That's why I use Turtle Beaches. This is the Turtle Beach tactical audio controller, and it is just a mix amp. Like I'm sure you guys know of the Astro, like the TR40 mix amp. This is the same thing with Turtle Beach's version. This is how I also get my PC sound running through my mic. This is just an auxiliary cable running to my PC, so I have PC sound and console sound all in the same headset. And where I work my magic, right here, watch this. I'll try to do this quick. I switch from my Xbox to my PC, I almost said PC, to my PS4 a lot. So when I'm capturing my gameplay with my Elgato, that is also another essential if you're gonna be like a gameplay YouTube channel, you gotta have your Elgato. How are you gonna capture your footage? You're not gonna use like the PS4 share or the Xbox 360, you record your last 30 seconds. I don't know why I said 360, it's the Xbox One. But you go right here, you see, right now I have my Xbox on. I would have to change the input on this monitor to actually see it, but in 2 seconds I come down here and I press this little button and I press this button to switch my audio, and boom, it says no signal, but boom, there we go. We got our PS4 operational, ready to go. So at the touch of a button, I switch from console to console. It says controller disconnected. I do actually have to change this out. I change what my controller is connected to right here. We got our other wire there. I did have that on a switch as well, but it was losing power. I don't know, it was getting a little funky. So I have another switch for my PS4. Also, I use an Xbox controller on my PS4. How do I do that? Witchcraft. No, this is a Cronus Max, I believe it's called. It is just an adapter. You can use it to put stupid cheats on if you want to have like extra aim assist. I literally just use it so I can use my Xbox controller on my PS4. I don't even use it on my Xbox because there would be no purpose unless I wanted to cheat at the game. You could install a bunch of stupid stuff on there, but I didn't want to get into that. I already had pretty good aim at the game, and I didn't want to mess with anything. And I also thought that it would be stupid and a little cheesy to start using some of the extra settings on there. That pretty much sums it up. There's only 2 more things I could think of. My controller right here, I use my Control Freaks. These are the Call of Duty ones, the highest height. Honestly, on the left stick, you don't need that. You use the stick to sprint. I just have it on there for looks. It doesn't affect anything. The right stick, this is where it comes into play, this bad boy right here. That extra height, that allows your circle. It gives you a wider circumference. You have more surface area to play with. And that's why I decided to make them my first sponsor, because I've been using Control. Now, I take you to the setup right here. First, let me flip this around. Probably even earlier. May have been like my second year playing Call of Duty 4. When I went back to that game, when I didn't really like World at War that much. And the very last thing, if you're interested in this desk itself, where did I get this absolute beast? I think it's like 4 feet long. It's completely overkill and I love it. Oh yeah, I also have this monitor stand, by the way. It's a mess back here, but nobody really sees this. I also have the PS4 controller that never gets used. And again, the fire hazard, you could see a little bit of it from here. But this desk, it is an Orazi gaming desk. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but I'll probably put the link in the description. It's a little pricey, but the best investment that you can make, besides the essentials that I'd highly recommend, like this Blue Yeti mic, the C920 webcam, your whatever one screen you need. I have a 1080p BenQ monitor. I also have, it's an Asus, whatever you want to call it, a 27-inch Rogue Swift, I believe. It is very good for PC gaming. Not that I'm any good at PC gaming. I usually just end up playing this on my consoles. And this massive clip that you see here, it is to hold this webcam in place so it doesn't jiggle around. I don't have to readjust it time and time again. Very useful, not necessary. It just saves me some time. But on top of those bare essentials, if you want to make things easier on yourself when you're editing videos, again, I told you I'm not quite done with this setup. Honestly, what I'm thinking about doing is taking this monitor, replacing it with this other BenQ that I have. So I'm gonna have 2 BenQs here. Not really gonna use this monitor too much. Maybe when I'm streaming, I'll have that to look over. But I might have a whole nother setup on that side of the room where I take this 27-inch monitor, I put it on its side so it is longer vertically, and that is what I'm gonna use to edit. Because when you try to edit videos and you're on like a horizontal path, that's not really what you want. I've seen a lot of YouTubers are like, oh my God, this ultra widescreen monitor, it's amazing. Everyone should have this. Honestly, I don't really like the ultra widescreen because when you're editing, you're gonna be in a very short time frame, like when you're making exact edits. And in that short span of time, you're gonna wanna do like multiple edits on that little clip. So I like having the vertical space to work with so I can make more edits. I've tried it out, I really like it, so I might end up setting up that monitor in a different part of the room. And I did actually forget one more thing, and that is this light. I'm not using it correctly at all. I did have my ring light set up like right here behind my monitors, but my room was still too dark. So instead of using it as an actual ring light on my face, I used it to brighten up the entire room so we have light going everywhere. And if you want to roast me for something, instead of roasting me for this Taylor Swift poster right here, you can roast me for this. I have a mattress in the middle of my room. I don't know if it showed a little bit when I was showing off the rest of the room. Bananas, you can't live without bananas. They're beautiful, they're nutritious, and they're delicious. But most importantly, the mattress. If you were already typing out your comment, roasting me on the Taylor Swift poster, think again, buddy, because this mattress, it's beautiful. No. I didn't do anything actually. I ordered a mattress for my bed right there, and there were some shipping issues, and they actually sent out 2. I only got charged for 1, so I don't really care. I'm probably gonna end up selling this. But for now, I have the luxury of being able to do this. So I'm not complaining. That made a lot more noise than I thought it would. My neighbors are gonna hate me, but it's all good. So as we sit back down, I'll show you the setup in the background. Oh yeah, and this mic, in case you're wondering, let me go over to this real quick. It doesn't stay in this position. I know that may have looked weird. When I'm not using it, I have it over there out of the way. You can swivel this, put it wherever you want, adjust. That was a terrible angle I just showed. But yeah, when I'm using it, it usually goes right around here underneath the monitor, so I can actually look over it and it's not a pain in the butt. And the normal stand that it comes with, it's pretty tall. So I do like having this boom arm, but again, that's not something that's absolutely essential. But I told you guys I'd be sharing some secrets. One of them was the Taylor Swift. I slipped another one along the way if you caught it, but one more. And this is probably the biggest one, the biggest point of this whole video, besides showing you guys my setup and telling you I am super thankful because this setup doesn't exist without you guys. I don't really spend my money on clothes or anything. I'm trying to improve my setup, so that's where the investment has been going. But super important, this game, Call of Duty World War II, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, it's garbage, all right? That's coming from someone who has played Call of Duty since day one. I've been playing Call of Duty online pretty much every day since COD 4. Haven't been sick of it at all. I have a love for the game. But the way that the launch of Call of Duty World War II was handled, it was terrible. I mean, the game was practically unplayable. There were so many glitches and bugs. The last 2 updates that they've had for the game, it's every single line starts with fixed this, like, oh, this glitch, the point du hoc glitch, you can't get into games with your friends, you black screen. There's just so many issues. And now after this Winter Siege update, people on Xbox, which is me, I play on Xbox most of the time. That's where I got my Chrome camo, first in the world. You can't even play the game. You disconnect out of 90% of your games. I tried to play a ranked match. That is what brought me back to Call of Duty World War II. I like playing competitive. I really wanted to go pro. I started playing like super seriously in Black Ops 2, but I realized I kind of didn't want to go down that path. A lot of those players, they end up swapping around a whole lot of teams. You don't have many people like Scump, Karma, Crim6, you know, the top tier players that every single person knows. It takes a long time to get there. They've been playing competitive since like COD 4 and World at War. I didn't want to go down that path, and there's no telling if you're even going to be good once you get there. Like, for example, for football, you could be a college superstar, best in class. You get to the pro leagues, you don't even start on a team. You end up being a backup for the rest of your career. I just didn't want to take that risk, so I went to YouTube. I love it. I love you guys. Even if the views are down, if the people aren't watching, I'm still going to be making videos. I'm here, but the game, man, ranked, it is beautiful. I love playing ranked. I love the meta with the FG, the PPSH. People sometimes use the bar, but not really because it's not that good compared to the FG. But I'm an FG superstar. Sometimes I pull out the PPSH if my team's trash. It is so much fun. And they basically took ranked play away from me because I can't play. I get disconnected every game, and I've gotten so high in the progression system. If you guys know how it works, right now my MMR, it's at like a 20, it was a 2610, and I was in a search and destroy game. We were up 2-0, and I was in a 1v4. I took out 2 of the enemies, absolutely demolished them with my PPSH, and I got booted from the game because people are trying to get to the top 100. If you don't know, you get like a special pro status if you're top 100 on whatever console you're on or PC. And people are just booting people offline. You know, they have their programs running on their computer, Kane enable, they have their Xbox hooked up to their PC, they get your IP address, they click a button, they boot you offline, so you get kicked out of the game. Gives you a free loss, makes you lose some XP, some MMR, and it's not fun anymore. Literally every game that I go into, I get booted offline, or now after this new update, I get kicked out of the game, lose connection to host, and it's just not a fun experience. So I'm going to be streaming every single day. Most of the time, I'm probably going to be playing competitive because that's where I have a lot of fun, but also the 1v1 pit. I have over 900 games played. I have a 90% win rate. And I wanna play some of you guys, you know, 1v1 versus subscribers. I'll be inviting a lot of you. That might be where I do my 40K special where I play with subs, because I'm a little overdue on that, and I want to play with you guys. I believe I've been looking into the camera. I hope so. I'm trying to look at myself at the same time, but I hope you guys will be there. I will be streaming every day. I will announce when that 40K special will be in the next 2 or 3 days on Twitter, so make sure you're following me there. But this has been the SeanEDawgz setup. I'll try to put it in view one more time. It's beautiful, it's nice and compact, nice and clean. I got everything I need. I didn't mention I got my calculator and my notepad there and my phone charger. Those are life essentials. So it's been real. Wow, my arm is on fire right now. I don't know how these vloggers do it. I've been talking too long. I've showed you guys everything that there is to see. I hope you enjoyed. I will continue making videos because I enjoy making them. Hope you guys will keep watching. But that is going to wrap it up for this one. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to drop a like. Comment down below with any thoughts or questions you may have. And as always, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new for some more great videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. you.